here's the hook. If people don't take you seriously, it is not because you aren't good enough. It's actually rooted in your invisible behavioral patterns.
I mean, think about it. Why does everyone ignore you? It turns out a lot of people are actively yet completely unknowingly doing things that scream, "Please ignore me," to absolutely everyone around them. It's got nothing to do with your inherent worth. It's all about the subconscious signals you're constantly broadcasting into the room.
Okay, let's dive into this. You're probably making one huge mistake right now. But hey, the great news here is that fixing this behavior just once is going to completely change how people look at you. It can instantly bring you respect. Now, fair warning, it might actually make some people mad at you for changing. But honestly, that is actually how you know it's working.
Section 1. The invisible pushover box.
So to understand why this happens, we kind of have to realize that our human brains absolutely love mental shortcuts. We're constantly categorizing people into little boxes, right? Like the safe box, the boring box, or the pushover box. If you've been the exact same person for years, always helping everyone, never saying no, trying to keep everyone happy, you get trapped in the absolute worst category of all, the invisible box. People just kind of stop seeing you as a dynamic individual.
Section 2. Break your social box. The very first major step to shattering that rigid categorization in other people's minds is to stop being so darn predictable. You need to force this exact reaction out of people. Wait, what? You have to do something highly uncharacteristic. When you break your pattern, people's faces literally change. Their brains pause, and they suddenly realize they don't have you completely figured out after all. Let's look at some specific examples from the guide to show you what I mean. If you're normally super quiet, speak up at a meeting. If you always help, just look at someone and calmly say, "I can't do that today." If you never disagree, pick something small and say, "Actually, I think differently." This kind of pattern interrupt instantly makes you interesting instead of invisible. It completely shatters the box they put you in.
Section 3. Treat your time differently.
Now, ask yourself, why don't people respect your time? Well, you've got to stop acting like a lost puppy. Seriously, desperate behaviors completely tank your perceived value. Things like answering texts the absolute second you get them, dropping everything just because someone called, or showing up early and just waiting around. When you do these things, you're basically signaling that you just don't have anything better to do.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the physical choreography you can use to show your time has inherent value. Step 1. When someone calls your name, do not jump. Finish your sentence first. Step 2. Then calmly look over. And step 3, when someone texts you, it is perfectly okay to wait a few minutes before answering. You're not being mean here, you're simply showing people that your time matters, which forces them to treat it like it matters too.
Section 4. Stop apologizing for existing.
Listen, so many of us have this highly destructive habit, saying sorry for simply existing. We apologize for walking past someone, asking a perfectly normal question, or just for having an opinion. But remember this. You are teaching people to treat you like you're in the way. When you apologize for no real reason, you're sending this massive subconscious message to everyone in the room that you don't belong there and that you're essentially begging them not to be mad at you. It is a huge drain on your social value.
Let's turn this into an actionable strategy by swapping out weak language for power language. Instead of saying, "Sorry I'm late," say, "Thanks for waiting." Instead of "Sorry to bug you," just say, "Hey, got a minute?" And instead of "Sorry, but I think," just confidently state, "I think." Making this one simple swap completely alters how people speak to you because you literally stop acting like you're a burden just by being alive.
Section 5. Silence as a power move.
Okay, here is the peak strategy of this explainer. Silence makes people nervous. Most people absolutely hate quiet. They hate it so much that they will say literally anything to fill the void. They ramble, they over-explain, and in the process, they end up sounding completely desperate. Your goal? Don't be that person.
The next time someone asks you something, I want you to just count to 2 in your head before you answer. Let's test that exact feeling right now. 1, 2. Wow, did you feel that tension? Deliberately inserting that pause prevents you from rushing or panicking, and it actively makes them wait for your words.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why the rule works. When you talk too fast, you sound like you need their approval. When you take your time, you're the one giving approval. Taking your time completely flips the power dynamic in any conversation. It's a massive shift in perceived authority.
Section 6. The walkaway rule. This right here is the ultimate flex. The core philosophy is simple, but man, it is incredibly difficult to execute. The person who needs the least gets the most. Consider this for a second. Who gets more respect? Someone begging to keep their job, or someone who knows they are good enough to work absolutely anywhere? The person who doesn't desperately need the situation is always treated better.
So when you're faced with bad treatment, you really have 3 clear directives. Don't fight about it. Don't try to convince them to be nicer. Just walk away. Leave the room. Leaving completely freaks people out because they fully expected you to just stand there and take it. The second you show them you won't stick around for bad treatment, the entire relationship changes. To summarize the bottom line of today's explainer, you cannot wait around hoping people will eventually respect you. You have to make them respect you by how you act. Stop being predictable. Stop apologizing for breathing. Take your time when you talk and show them exactly who you really are. If you do just one of these things, I guarantee people will start acting differently around you. I want to leave you with this provocative thought to ponder. Who gets more respect? The person begging to stay or the one ready to walk away? Remember, if people get mad at these changes in your behavior, it just means the strategy is working. If you found this helpful today, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more insights. Thanks for